Hello there, darlings. Welcome to the Clockwork Cabaret. They are old, they are not hip. They are the weird aunties that you didn't know you needed or wanted. And now, for a friendly reminder, this show is for adults. That darling DJ duo, Emmett Davenport and Lady Attercop, drink cocktails, have potty mouths, and at least one of them was raised by wolves.
And with that sound of the whatever that noise was, what was that? It was a cuckoo.
With the sound of the cuckoo, you know that it is time for the Clockwork Cabaret. Hi, I'm Emmett Davenport.
And I'm Lady Attercop. And we have traded places here on the Clockwork of Cabarets.
This is the episode It All Goes Off the Rails.
I just completely forgot what I was supposed to say in the beginning. It's
not like you've been...
Yeah, doing this forever. No. I think I may have finally snapped.
Or, well, we realized today, because we are very on top of things and, as always, know exactly what day it is and what time it is. Because
and a calendar.
Yeah, we're very good at calendars, both of us.
And keeping track of everything.
Yes, experts at that. Certainly none of us in this room have time blindness. Certainly not me.
No.
Or Emmett.
No.
We realize this is technically our Christmas episode.
It is.
If you are of the Christmas persuasion.
Yes, which I am sort of, sometimes.
Well... I like to describe myself as Catholic adjacent, Christian adjacent.
Yeah.
Not exactly in the canon, but I'm like a little fun side story that's,
You're a side quest?
I'm a what if.
I'm a religious side quest.
Yeah, I'm like more like a religious side quest. I'm like a what if Lady Attercop had faith. One of those. And then I love I grew up with it. I love the pomp. I love the all of the tradition and the candles. I'm a big fan of the candles. I like the candles.
Fire.
I like the fire.
I think that
Yeah, we all know about me and fire.
I think that probably says something a lot.
That says a lot about me. And I like the little pagan overlays of I like the winter celebrations.
Yes.
This is the darkest and the hardest part of the year, so we're going to come together with fire and food and fun and survive. So I like that aspect of it.
I like the drinking.
And the drinking.
And the eating.
And the eating.
Everything else, I just basically put pajamas on and I hide in a corner.
And I love gaudy decorations, so I'm all in on that.
Yes.
But not really here for the rest of it.
Yeah. There's a lot of it. No, I'm not a fan of.
And we have been discussing, this year has been harder, I think, than even last year.
Yes, yeah. This has been, normally I'm a little Mopey Bloomer and bah humbug. Yeah. Just because that's my personality and I can't help it.
You're just coming that from an ethical part.
Yes, yeah. But this year I feel it deep in my bones. And yeah, and I'm actually having a little bit harder of a time to get into the holly jolly spirit of the Yule than I normally. Usually I come around.
You don't want to Scrooge a little bit.
I Scrooge.
Bah humbug for a couple of weeks.
Yes, I get cranky and I about it, but then I usually come around. I'm still feeling a little like no.
The ghost of Christmas past has not appeared for you yet.
Yeah. No, I'm feeling more like
we're feeling away.
I'm not I'm not necessarily Scrooge level, but
You're not making Bob Cratchit work
But
Christmas Day?
yeah, I'm not feeling the chestnut roasting. Just, so I don't know. So this week I did a couple Christmas or holiday songs, but then I just kind of went off the rails. So
yeah, we normally do a bit more of a festively themed.
Yes.
Because I bully Emmett into it.
Yeah, she does.
I do every year. Every year, the only holiday I don't have to bully you into is Halloween.
Yes.
Every other year, I'm like, we have to do a Christmas playlist.
Yeah.
And you're like,
and this year she forgot. So
did not even remember.
So I was left to my own devices, which meant I will pick out these 4 songs, and that's all I'm doing.
Well, and like I said, this year has been harder than last year. Last year, everything was different for everyone.
Right.
And I feel like this year, everybody's pushing to be more normal. And for those of us who aren't there yet, because either we've worked the entire pandemic, or we've lost people during the pandemic, or it's just been really...
series of both.
Or a series of both, as per some of these people in the room. Where it's just been really hard emotionally, mentally, physically. Your spell slots have all been used up.
Ooh, I have no more spoons.
The spoons are gone. I've tried to resort to forks. They don't work.
All my spoons are covered in peanut butter and thrown to the wind.
Just couldn't even wash them.
I didn't
just put them on the floor to see if the cats had cleaned them, but no.
No, and they didn't want them. So that's how I'm feeling.
It's
the holidays. It's fun. Yay.
So if anybody else is feeling that way too,
we're right.
That you feel the pressure to be back to normal.
I would love to be back to normal. But you're
not there yet.
I would love to be back to normal.
I don't think there's going back to normal.
I don't think there is. I don't think there's a normal. No. I mean, normally I'm all for the not normal.
Right. Normal is bullshit.
Yeah, blah, 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 blah. I'm a weirdo, whatever. Yeah, I feel like that was more of a lifestyle choice.
That was more...
and this is more of like a forced... I would like all the people that I care about to live, so I'm going to have to continue to do this. So... Whew, it's rough.
We're just saying, we feel you if you're also out there feeling a way about this holiday season.
I am looking forward to our New Year's Eve party.
Ooh, I am too.
As that is my one foray into the outside world.
But will not know how to talk to y'all.
Yes.
So if you are anticipating that this New Year's Eve is going to be awkward and strange because you have forgotten how to human in the past 2 years, do not despair.
Because we too have forgotten. Because my interaction skills are very... Like, I talk to people on a regular basis, and yet... I don't know how to do that correctly. No. I have found myself oversharing. I have felt myself turning around and walking away in mid sentence. I have
prime case in point. we were in the ye olden days of this podcast. We were not as earnest as we are right now.
We pretended that we talked about living on an airship, and all of our adventures were totally fake.
All of my my parole hearings and various crimes. It's like, no, I can't keep that up anymore. I'm too emotionally broken.
No, well, I mean it didn't help the fact that we were having to do that. We're having to socially distance and record from far away for a while there, and that was like, no, I can't continue to pretend that you're in the next room when you're actually several miles away. Whereas now it's like, we opened that floodgate, and I have a hard time going back to that make-believe world, though that make-believe world was 1,000 times better.
It did have a certain amount of
Joy.
Joy. All the problems could be fake, and we could have fun, and they could be
Right.
solved.
There was a koala invasion, and we just...
I could do a funny voice. I'm gonna be a koala guy. All right, yeah.
Maybe next year.
Maybe next. No, probably not. We're too broken and too weird.
Oh,
now.
no.
We were talking about how our pets have gotten so strange.
Oh,
we both
yes.
have cats, and our cats have just become weird little gremlins.
Oh, they are.
Because they're used to us being around all the time.
Yes.
And being their sole source of entertainment.
Apparently.
And now, now that I don't know that that's going back to normal.
No,
those cats aren't going back to.
I slightly am concerned that when I have to go back to working out of the house more often, that they are just gonna get so weird. Also, Rupert has been working from home this whole time, and he's gotten super weird.
Yeah.
Like, he only leaves the house to garden outside, and then
A whole 5 feet away.
yes, and then he goes back into the house. He will not interact with the outside world at all. He will not be coming to the Clockwork Ball because he's like, nope.
There goes our dream of when society collapses, we send him into town.
No,
because he's the most normal looking one. He no longer can do that for
No,
us.
he can't. He will not do that. I'm the one that is
We're
sent
left
out.
with you and Mr. Ducky.
Yeah, that's it. You get that. I'm the
doomed.
one.
Doomed.
Yes, I'm sorry. We're going to get the weirdest things from traders when we have to barter because it's going to be based off of me.
And
having,
Mr. Ducky.
Yes.
We'll send Mr. Ducky with you. Like, you can
Yes.
talk to people, go.
Yeah, the two of us. We will come back with magic beans.
This is how you want magic beans.
This is how you get them.
This is how you get them.
Yep. I hope they're real.
I hope so too.
I hope they work.
I mean,
Because otherwise, 6 beans is not going to do a lot for the 4 of us. It's very hard to feed a family of 4 on 6 beans.
I can go out and I've been touching people the whole. Oh,
That sounds horrible. Don't ever say that.
No, I've been cutting hair. I've been doing people's hair, so I touch their heads.
Yes, you've been interacting.
I have been
With
interacting
society.
with society at large.
Yes.
And I can say from my
Limited.
experience, everybody got weird.
Yeah.
Like, we are not alone. Like, just like everyone is there. They're like, no, we're all weird now. And we don't know how society is supposed to function anymore. And the government just wants us to go to work till we die. So what's the point of that? And so we're all having existential dread.
Oh, excellent.
So everybody is basically at what used to be our baseline.
Oh.
And so now we're on the new baseline.
So we've all hit like Jean-Paul Sartre level of ennui.
It's not even ennui.
Nihilism.
It's nihilism.
Yes.
It's the true definition of nihilism. Nothing we do matters. Who the hell cares? Live your life however you want because.
Oh.
And the fart noise is actually he did write that down.
Yes, it is.
It's
I believe
yeah.
in Nausea. It's the last page.
Yes, it is the fart noise. And then there's a little asterisk with
Yes.
it, yeah.
Yes. That said something of this is where he made a raspberry noise.
Fart noise.
Yes.
Fart noise.
Yes, in French.
Français.
I don't know how to say it in French, but there you go.
Le noise de fart.
Sure, it's very...
It's very French. Everyone in France has turned this off and thrown their phones into the street and set it on fire. That's how I imagine the French solving every conflict.
I feel like...
What are we setting on fire? The phone? Okay. Is that police car? Yes, set it on fire. Oh, the home of the president?
When I was in France, I watched a bicyclist yell at a bus driver because the bike rider thought he was faster than a bus.
Oh.
And was trying to get in front of
cut
the bus off from making a turn, and the bus beat the
bus won.
The bus won and knocked the bicyclist off their bike, and then because it had caused a bit of a kerfuffle, they stopped, and then the bicyclist was yelling very pointedly at the bus driver, and I was watching, trying to figure out what was going on, and Rupert was there looking at me going, "What is going on?" And I said, "Well, the bicyclist thought he was faster or possibly bigger than the bus, and then the bus driver is letting him know that..."
Disagree.
That, no, you're an idiot.
This sounds like something that would happen in Florida, to be fair.
Yeah, I was
100%
actually
seeing
surprised.
this.
I was actually surprised nothing got caught on fire. But then all of a sudden it just stopped, and then the bicyclist got on his bike, and the bus driver got back into the bus, and then they went about their separate ways, and it was very like, oh,
they agreed on.
I don't know what happened.
I was just saying, what happened?
But there was something like
They came to a mutual agreement
that they were both wrong, or
there were Americans on the bus, and the Americans are stupid, and ha ha ha, let us
stupid.
We've come to an agreement now, and we go away.
We have poked fun at everything, and we have agreed that we'll have wine later. I don't know. I have no idea.
I've told you the story of Mark.
Yes, but I was very surprised. Nothing was caught on fire.
One time when I used to work an office job, a gentleman came in and wasted my time for 2 days, and I let him because it was delightful. He was like in his 70s. His name was Marc. He was from France. And he told me, when I see someone pulled over on the side of the road, and complete with expressive hand gestures, he thumped his chest, I weep for them. I weep. Because the cops in America, nothing but thugs. Then he said that if this was France, we would set it on fire. It was like, I want you to stay here for a full month and tell me stories. I don't care if they're bullshit. Just tell me.
Please, go on. Tell me what else you will set on fire.
Tell me everything. And then when he left, he took my hand, kissed my knuckles.
Oh.
And then said, the future belongs to people of your caliber.
Oh, nice.
Kisses my knuckles, and then he leaves. And I was like, that's how you exit a fucking meeting. That's what I'm going to do next time I have to go to the bank.
Next time I do jury duty.
You want to get out of jury duty? Alors, mwah. Miss Attercop, it says here that you were born in Fort Lauderdale, Florida? Yes. Let me tell you of the story of my birth. What is that accent?
I was told that the caliber of my
the future belongs to people of my caliber. I am just living up to my potential. Meanwhile, I have been dismissed. No. We don't need her on the jury. And I kiss the hand of the bailiff.
Usually it's just they dismiss you as soon as they look at all the felony charges.
And the piercings and the hair. Yeah. And they're like, And I'm way too excited to be on the jury. So what's the tea, everyone? What did he do? Ooh.
Yeah, I've actually been very excited about being on a jury multiple times, and I never get selected.
Yeah,
and I don't know why.
We're a little too eager.
I've told people, no, I want to participate in the civic discourse. I want to be a part of the judicial system. I want to do my part in this whole great scheme of things that we call the U.S. government.
These Americas.
This is the role that I have signed up for. I
have been waiting for this day.
I have been waiting, and they, for some reason, just don't ever want to pick me.
No.
I don't know why.
You're too excited.
Am I too excited?
You're too excited.
I mean, it's not for the pay, because it's like $20 or something.
Yeah, no, they want someone that... So I
get a day off of work to come here.
I heard someone explain it. It's like the Scoutmaster thing. You never want the guy who's just a little too excited to be Scoutmaster to be Scoutmaster. It's like, I brought orange slices, everyone. No. You need to go home. You want the person that looks like they're gonna be there, but only begrudgingly. Because if they're a little too excited, then their motivations are suspect.
Oh. My motivation is just that I want to be a part of the system.
My motivation is I'm nosy and I want to know what people did.
I'm slightly Snoopy and I want to know.
It's all like, ooh, I get to be all up in your business for freedom? Okay.
Yeah, my college roommate got really embarrassed because when she got called in for a trial, the person on trial was someone she went to high school with, and she had to excuse herself because she was like, this person is very questionable, and I've actually witnessed him committing a crime before, and so I need to go.
Your Honor, I got high with the defendant behind a pig.
No, it was more of no, he held our class hostage in the dining hall when we were in high school. So I gotta go.
I don't think I can be impartial
because I remember that, and
if you want to get out of jury duty, just start telling the judge you got high with the defendant behind a Piggly Wiggly.
Yes,
they can't disprove that. Even if you're in England and you don't have Piggly Wiggly, they'll just dismiss you because they're like,
that word is weird.
I don't understand what a Piggly Wiggly is, but it sounds like something that
I don't want to be a part of.
We should be dismissed.
And with that, let's play some music.
This week's episode is brought to you by Lady Haversham's Behavior Correcting Phonology Hammer. Uncle Howard will be drinking. Auntie Maud will be shrieking. And 2 scores of ill-bred children will be squirming underfoot. Yes, soon the holidays will arrive, and with them will come your relations, somehow detached from the manners that you were naturally graced with by God. So, why not act early and order, rush delivery, the Yuletide edition of Lady Haversham's Behavior Correcting Phrenology Hammer? Why, even the sight of you with a glass of gin in one hand and 10 pounds of polite reminder of civil discourse in the other will stifle all but the most obstinate of cousins. Lady Haversham's Behavior Correcting Phrenology Hammer, also for use with chestnuts.
And hey, North Carolina and the surrounding lesser states, what are you doing this New Year's Eve? Why, you can join us, that darling DJ duo and musical guest Charming Disaster, in bidding goodbye to this hell year of 2021 at the Hall River Ballroom in Saxapaw, North Carolina, for the Clockwork Ball. There will be costumes, there will be dancing, there will be revelry, drinks, and a coffee bar, if we sell enough pre-sale tickets. There will also be proof of vaccination at least 14 days old at the door, because like all good steampunks, we love science. We can't wait to see your glorious, shining, vaccinated visages. For tickets and more information, go to hallriverballroom.com.
And as always, what you're wondering I should appear? Why, a miniature Clockwork Cabaret and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver so lively and quick, you knew in a moment it must be Mad Wasp Radio.
I feel like my heart has grown 3 sizes this day.
From the porn orchard?
Yes! It makes me so happy. I forget about it. Every year, I forget about that stupid song. And every year when I play it, it makes me feel so much better.
Oh, it brings the holiday season alive for you.
Yeah.
Because you want to die? Apparently.
Well,
you know.
In a festive way.
Just not in a physical way.
No,
in an emotional way.
An emotional, sad. No, wait. No, happy way. It's a happy way.
You feel seen.
Yes. That song makes me happy. I don't know why. It's dumb.
I love that song.
Dumb. I don't even remember how I found it. I don't remember who brought it to my attention, but I am very, very glad that it has come into my existence. And and it gets played out almost every year.
It's also a tradition in the Attercop house because we started listening to it from your show on Christmas time.
Oh.
Along with Dominic, the Christmas donkey.
Oh. Yes, which is it's a problematic song, but
it's not a great song.
It's not. But Mr. Phineas P. Moneyload, that was after we played it for him one year, because he had never heard it before, because I think I mentioned it to him and said, oh, Dominic the donkey, the Italian Christmas donkey. And he went, I don't know that song. And so for Christmas, we played it, and he went, this is the best thing ever.
It became a deep, ingrained part of his soul.
Yeah, and so he would request that it would get played anytime.
It's like me and Mojo Nixon and the Toadmakers.
Yeah.
The sleigh ride.
It's ridiculous. Like, I feel like if you can find at least one Christmas song that, or holiday song, or whatever it is, one specific holiday song that brings you joy, then it is a holiday not wasted.
And honestly, isn't that what the season is all about?
Yes.
Is finding some ridiculous thing that brings you a small spark of joy in the darkest, most Corona-ist,
tryingest tough times.
Part of the year where everyone wants you to be normal, but it's not normal. But you still have Dominic, the Italian Christmas donkey, and a fake... But the Corn Orchard,
a parody of Tom Waits and Peter Murphy singing Christmas
about
songs.
how they want to die, and just I imagine drunk ass Mojo Nixon forgetting the lyrics to a Christmas standard. To see you through these times.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
The rest of the album, FYI, for any of our listeners that might want to put that into their rotation for their family Christmas festivities, do not.
Yeah, don't do that. No,
I have made that mistake.
And have been banned from picking out music for the holidays.
At least holiday music. Oh, Lady Attercop, I'm sorry. I know that you're a DJ and all, but you cannot pick out the music anymore. That Mojo Nixon album.
Because it gets weird.
It's because it gets cursy and blasphemous.
Yeah, well, he did a duet album with Jello Biafra, so let's be fair. It's not, and if you know his discography, it shouldn't be surprising.
It's not surprising. It's weirder. It would be weirder if he did a straight Christmas album than if he did the album he did.
He also did a cover of Girlfriend in a Coma, where where basically he makes fun of Morrissey the whole time. Yeah. So, I mean, granted, I appreciate that. It's beautiful. But if what I'm saying is that if you are a fan or familiar with his discography,
it's not surprising.
His Christmas album, not surprising at all.
And honestly, I should have known better. Yeah. that one was on me. I should have thought, this song about the three kings surely is not problematic.
No. Yeah, well, to be fair, I got the Richard Cheese Christmas album. And that is also a little problematic. So,
in a delightful way.
Yes, it's delightful. Also, The Men Who Will Not Be Blamed for Nothing. Their Christmas album is delightful. If you like metal, for Christmas,
metal for Christmas.
So you have to kind of,
hey, pick your battles, right?
You like that kind of thing. Christmas is there's something for everybody.
You know what? You can find an album for you. Asylum Street Spankers have an album called Christmas Spankings. Yes. So there you go.
Yeah. Well, Christmas Caravan by Squirrel Nut Zippers is one of my favorites.
The
Pupini Sisters have a Christmas album.
But that's a little bit more familially acceptable.
Yes, that would be a little safer. I mean, listening to Eartha Kitt sing Santa Baby has never been family friendly.
Eartha Kitt has never been family friendly, and she does not care.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Eartha Kitt. But her Christmas songs are they're a little sexy.
Yeah, well,
all of them.
It is Eartha Kitt.
Every single one of them.
Yes, it's Eartha Kitt.
Yes.
She had a three-way with Marlon Brando and Paul Newman. Yeah. And her expression about that was, then I learned how delicious white boys could be. And it's like, yes, ma'am, okay. Merry Christmas to you and you alone. When she's like, Santa baby, it's not that's a proposition. She is promising you Santa.
Yes.
That's Eartha Kitt. All BT Dubs, Marlon Brando, and Paul Newman are also going to be involved. Just FYI, Santa.
It's just got really dirty up in here.
Don't worry, Mrs. Claus is into it. She's game. Look, y'all been married for a while. You know what I'm saying?
And with that
Happy
horrible happy holidays note. Well, 2021 has not ended yet. And we're gonna just, who knows how we're
gonna drive it into the ground before we get off this ride.
There's 2 episodes left of 2021, and wow, where can we go from here? Actually, there might only be one. I don't know, one or two. Who knows?
We've already established we're bad at calendars.
Yes, we're bad at math. So with that, this has been the Clockwork Cabaret. She is Lady Attercop.
And they are Emmett Davenport.
And it's not work we do. It's love. Christmas love.
You're listening to Mad Wasp Radio.